Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Formula 1 23. I'm playing this today on PC using the VR mode with my Quest 2 with a link cable connected to the PC, and I'm using my G29 Logitech steering wheel. Now if you've made your way to this video and you want an honest opinion or breakdown of how F1 23 compares to the previous Formula 1 games, or if you just want to know if this is a good Formula 1 game in general, you've definitely come to the wrong place. I'm just a weird, goofy VR content creator, and I wanted an excuse to sit here today and play with my G29 wheel on something that isn't Gran Turismo. So, yeah, immediately on first impression, I like how it looks. It doesn't look quite as sharp as Gran Turismo on PSVR 2, I don't think. I've got it set to the max graphical settings, but I do think a lot of the kind of less crisp visual is going to be because of the Quest 2 that I'm using, rather than the fact that the game can't quite get to that same level. Because obviously the Quest 2 has a lower resolution than PSVR 2, and it isn't the optimal PC VR headset, so this is going to be affecting it. Now I am racing right now in Abu Dhabi. It's night time, and this man has an umbrella for me. I don't know why. It's not raining, and there's no sun. So what is your purpose? And I think he's got a little hairdryer to like blow air in my face, which is pretty funky. But the umbrella, completely and utterly pointless, because yeah, no sun to shield me from, and definitely not raining. Right, let's go suck at this game. Before we get into some F1 23 VR gameplay, I just need to take a moment to tell you all about a world first opportunity to win yourself the brand new Meta Quest 3 headset. Skydance and XR Game Labs have teamed up to celebrate the fantastic ARASHI Castles of Sin Final Cut coming to a whole host of VR platforms later this year. I played the original game back on PlayStation VR and I loved it. However, it was held back by those pesky Move controllers, so seeing the game reach its full potential on modern VR platforms is a dream come true. Check out the trailer now and then jump down into this video's description to enter the giveaway and be in with a chance to win a Quest 3. Enjoy.
この世には2つの世界が存在する。一つは人々の生きる現実の世界。我々の住処は影。失敗の先には死のみぞ待つ。我々の怒りを燃やす。
Okay, in terms of assists, I've got this set to Expert, which is a terrible idea because I'm abysmal at racing games and I know nothing about F1, so this should be funny. Oh god. Now the first thing I realised, I've done a couple of laps already on Silverstone, and another track that I can't remember. One thing I've realised immediately is, and this is probably going to be an F1 specific thing, you can't brake and turn. So if you're braking, you can't turn the car, you can't steer it. So that little habit I've learned from playing a lot of Gran Turismo, I need to drop immediately. I have to brake to slow down and then stop braking to turn. Why is that? Is that something to do with the way that F1 cars are like built? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Oh my god, alright. Oh, I suck, but it's a lot of fun. I really do think this is the only way that people should be playing racing games. And I know that's kind of rich coming from someone who doesn't really play them and doesn't really know much about them, but honestly, like, if you're going to play a racing game, surely playing them like this, in VR, fully immersed, with a wheel, with the feedback, is the right way to do it. It's just, I don't know, it's made a genre that I don't normally like really appeal to me. I've played tons of Gran Turismo, and I think I'd play a lot more if I didn't have 2 jobs and juggle the content creation, you cheeky sausage, content creation stuff as well. And like even this, I've never had an interest in F1 at all. I should be gearing down on those corners, shouldn't I? But this is great. It's a lot of fun. It feels very realistic. It feels very immersive. Oh, my hand's gone up. Oh dear. That's not good. That's a bit of the track you're not supposed to generally go on. Alright, come on, I need to focus up, focus up, focus up. I'm so far down the pack now, this is just embarrassing. Yeah, incredibly immersive. It does look great. So I've got graphics maxed out. I'm running this on my 4090, so I thought I'd just max everything as high as it could go. And again, I do think it doesn't look as good as Gran Turismo on PSVR 2, for sure. It looks a bit murky. I can't do that corner at all. A bit murkier, less crisp, a little bit blurry. A little bit kind of washed out, maybe. Colours don't pop quite as well. And there is, I am noticing, a little bit of reprojection as well. So I'm seeing a little bit of kind of, it almost looks like motion blur, but it's the cars are going kind of a little bit double vision-y. It's not huge, it's not a big thing. What the hell is an overtake button? Do F1 cars have a button for overtaking? That's just insane, that's news to me. Yeah, I need to stick to Gran Turismo. I am garbage at this. I did alright in the Silverstone race, and whatever the hell the other one was. But this one, I am sucking some serious penis. Right, round it. Yay. I think I'm dead last. You know? Which is embarrassing. I don't even know what DRS means, mate. Come on, gently around the corner. That's it, that's it. Honestly, getting around corners in an F1 car is a pigging nightmare. You basically have to stop the car. You know? Well, I have to. All the other drivers can get round fairly fairly easily, but me, I've got like brake, gear down, gear down, gear down, gear down, gear down, basically stop, get it round, and then got another corner here, and then I gotta go and start gearing up because I was revving the shit out of the engine just then. I'm really happy that EA have decided to include this VR mode in the F1 games the last few years. I think it's really important. I just wish it would come to the console versions as well. Maybe this one was a little bit too far into development before PSVR 2 launched and they couldn't get it on there, but I would like to see this come to PSVR 2 in the future as well. I'm a true believer of, you know, all racing games should have a VR mode in them. I genuinely think that. And I'm saying that again from a position of I don't really like racing games, but this opens up a genre that I would never normally play flat screen and makes me immediately attracted to it. Like I'm interested in, oh God, get around these corners. I've got to do it in like a second. I'm immediately interested in playing racing games now that have VR modes because it's so immersive and it is a different experience, especially with the wheel. But I would never, ever, ever, ever sit and play this flat screen. I just wouldn't. It's just not something that appeals to me. Oh, look at that. Fireworks for me as I approach the finish line about 30 seconds after everyone else. Honestly, the not being able to turn when you're braking thing is really breaking my mind. I'm so used to like just gently applying pressure on the brake as I'm turning in Gran Turismo, but in an F1 car you can't. It locks you up. You cannot turn while you're braking. That is just something new to me that I have to learn. Okay, that was abysmal, but I did it, and that's what matters. I bloody did it. Be proud of me. There we go, I passed. 20th! 20th! That is definitely, like, bottom rung. That is not good. I don't want to be 20th. Right, let me just talk you through the embarrassing wealth of content that's actually available in this game. I'm a little bit blown away by how much there is here. There's tons to get stuck into. It's kind of crazy. So first up, you've got Breaking Point, which is the story-driven, dramatic campaign mode. It's like a single-player campaign that you play through. It's got characters, emotional beats. It's kind of interesting. It's a concept I've not really engaged with in a racing game before, so I'm excited to try that out. You've got career mode, which is your normal, you know, playing through seasons, F1 seasons. You've got F1 World, which is your individual events, so time trials. There's lots of kind of solo one-off events in here. I was just playing that a minute ago in Abu Dhabi. You've got local multiplayer, you've got league racing online, there's a store to buy content, a theatre to watch replays, and within each of these there's kind of more content it breaks down. So if I go into F1 World, there's just a lot of content here. I mean, it's just packed with stuff to do. If you're an F1 fan or a racing game fan, there's just a lot here. So this is just the F1 World mode, but there's different series of races. You can do solo and multiplayer events, so just jumping into one-off races. Ranked multiplayer, you've got time trials over here. You can do a Grand Prix. There's just a lot to play. Right, we are in Australia now, and the man with the umbrella is back. Look at him there. He's doing a great job today because the sun is actually on me, so he now serves a purpose. Really excited to see that he's back. I like this little pit bit where you can kind of look around. That man there is just filming me incessantly. You can see all the other teams with their umbrella people. Like, it's cool that this exists and you can sit in this bit in VR. The rest of the game takes place with kind of flat, non-3D screens, so your menus, your cutscenes before races, none of that plays out in an immersive 3D VR way. It's just on big screens, but these bits and obviously the races are all completely immersive in VR. Right, let's check out this Australia course, shall we? This track. I think I've done this one actually. Right, off we go. Off we go. I'm only going to do a couple of races today. I'll probably do one on Silverstone in a minute and then call it there. Because, again, I don't want this to be a particularly long video. I'm not an expert when it comes to these things, far from it. Just wanted to show you what it looks like in VR and how it plays. And it is actually really impressive. It just doesn't look quite as sharp, for me anyway, as something like Gran Turismo on PSVR 2, which is a game I've got kind of the most experience with in terms of VR racing. That is kind of a standard for me, I think, in terms of the visual. But this plays really well. And for me, who is an absolute novice, I said I've stuck it to expert in terms of assists. So I'm doing gears myself, and I've only got the driving lines for corners. And I've got no braking assist as well. Like, for me, who's an absolute novice, it's I can play it, you know, I can compete. I'm not very good, but it's not impossible for me to get on board with and play, even on, you know, expert assists. So hell, everyone is way faster than me though. I need to understand how to you know, race properly. Helicopter! Wow, that was cool! I really shouldn't have taken my eye off the track though. Oh no! That's what you get for looking at helicopters! Oh no! They're all... Oh! How annoying! Oh, that is so... My wheel's upside down! What's going on? Okay, everything went a bit wrong there. I was actually doing okay in that race, and then I looked at a helicopter, and my whole life fell to pieces. And now I'm back of the pack, and have been punished for taking my eye off the prize. I think that might have been the last lap as well. I'm not 100% sure though. Right, I'm 20th now, so let's just have a look at the scenery. I don't even care anymore. Oh yeah, does look nice. Draw distance is really good. Really, really good. Just a little foggy as things get kind of further away, I would say. This corner, I hate it. But things in the foreground, like hands, the wheel, car itself, the way that like dirt is represented on the car, things like that helicopter, that all looks really cool. 20th. Absolutely smashed it. And when I say smashed it, I mean shat it. Absolutely shat it. Wait, finished the race in 5th or better? I did not come 5th or better. Did I? Podium pass. It told me I finished 5th. I'm almost certain I definitely did not finish 5th. Unless I just do not understand F1, which is very, very, very likely. And it's been another 5th! F1 World Grand Prix. What a joy it is to okay, I guess is it based on that best lap time? Because that best lap time is speedy compared to everyone else. Look at that. 47-second lap compared to their 1 minute 11. Wait, what? That can't be right. I was never that fast. Game's broken. Don't understand. Don't understand. That's mad. Right, I'm going to leave it here. This has been F1 23 running on PC with maxed out settings and using a Quest 2 for the VR component. It's a lot of fun. I'm definitely not the authority on these things. I don't know enough about racing games. I certainly don't know enough about F1 in general as a sport, but I really enjoy this. I stand by what I said in terms of like all VR, all racing games should have VR support. I just think they're so much better in VR, so immersive, especially with a good set of headphones, a nice seat to sit in, and a wheel. It's incredible. And if it can convert someone like me, who again isn't a fan of necessarily the sport or racing games in general, it could convert so many more people. It has that power. And when they look as good as this and as good as Gran Turismo, that's when you really start to feel the immersion in it, and you start to believe that you're there, and you become invested in succeeding in each race. So there's huge potential for racing games and VR to continue to collaborate in meaningful ways, and I hope we see more racing games adopt VR as a optional mode in the future. I really do think most of them, if not all of them, should have it. I think it's essential at this point, and it will get people like me to play more racing games, because if I'm playing F1, hell, I'll play anything if you add VR to it. Come on now. Hope you enjoyed this video. As I say, I am not the authority on this. This is just a bit of a goofy little video of me showing the game, showing what it looks like, showing how it performs. It performs really well. Doesn't look quite as good as Gran Turismo, as I've said a few times, but it does perform very well, and it's a lot of fun to play. And I think that is the... Oh my god! That corner is brutal! And that is the important thing. It's a lot of fun to play, and it performs really solidly on maxed out settings with the Quest 2. Right, take care guys. If you like this, leave a like, drop a comment down below, hit subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you soon for another video. Take care. Come on now. Get past these guys. Come on. Oh, he's spinning out. What a way to end it. Spin out. Let's crash into this little man with his flag. Oh my god, I almost killed him. I didn't know you could kill the flagmen. Bye guys. The car is currently driving itself. Not entirely sure why, but it's turned into Christine. It's great. Take care. See you soon.